Furries are creative folks, and they will do everything you didn't take into account when you plan things.
Oh God, yes.
Like the guys tried to create a vortex in the pool in Magdeburg.
No.
And succeeded.
No. What? No.
And then made the pool overflow into the technical room with all the pumps and everything. And they then jump into the pool with their suits on and clogging the filters with suit fluff.
First night when the Russians thought that those cooling down fountain things were toilets.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah, that's a pretty current one. When this is actually that happened yesterday.
What?
Yeah, we rented the nice lounge furniture to put into the lobby areas, like the extra sofas, and then all the stuff that we put into in front of the open stage. There's extra seats. There's like bean bags and stuff like that to make it a comfy atmosphere. And Dari ordered all the furniture because we had a budget for it, and we were like, "Hey, this looks great." And then we went down there, and we had this seats that were like exact cubes, and we're like, "Oh God,
I'm sorry, I said it.
this is not going to go well." So when on the day we opened the convention center, the first fursuit who were in there, they were like, "Oh, building blocks! This is great!" And it took about an hour before the first people were trying to find out who could build the highest tower. And then later in the evening, they found out that it's a lot of fun to actually jump into them and make the towers crash in fursuit. Then later on, people were at Paws on Fire in the club stage, and the room was a little bit overfull, so people carried the seating cubes into the room next doors, put them on each other, and then sat down on top. So next year, everything will be round. Oh yeah, oh God, yeah.
They'll find a way.
If we make it round, I see fursuiter bowling.
And then just make it a rule. Oh, talking about rules. Do you want to know how the rule came to be that you're not to throw stuff out of the window? Yes. Yeah. That actually came back at Confuzzled. When I was there as head of security, we were sitting down in the bar, and in the bar there are these skylights above you. And we were sitting there and talking about, are rules of conduct complete? Are we missing anything? And at that very moment, a Bible and a used condom landed on the ceiling. I said, yep, there's one.
They're still there.
They are still there, yes. The Bible is. Yeah, I got nothing.
But sometimes tourists can, the creativity that tourists bring can also have a positive impact. Second year, no, actually first year here at the Astral, we had the idea of putting up a little chill-out lounge. That we got for a really good price because we and Mikhail Borovsky, who is the supplier of our stage equipment, we had, I think, the 10th anniversary, and he's since then kind of become one of our team members. And so we put up this little platform in the foyer, and we put benches there and some speakers so we could play chill-out music and stuff like that, and also some extra sofas. And again, it took like about half a day for furries to find out how to use it for different purposes. So within half of a day, we suddenly had musicians up there giving improvised concerts. We had, at one night, Dari came to me and said, Chida, we need to turn down the music at the dance because people are complaining there is no dance scheduled for tonight. What are you talking about? And there were guys up there, had set up a table with DJ equipment, had hooked themselves up to the speakers, and we were going like, yeah! About 300 fursuiters going all party. And remember waking up on Sunday after that, after the con, and Michi was supposed to break down all that stuff on Sunday and put it in his truck. And the first thing I did in the morning was open my phone and look at Twitter, and the first tweet said, "Oh, by the way, the Chill Out Lounge still has power." And I went down here to get coffee, and there was one guy with a guitar, one guy with a keyboard, and one guy with a trombone, and 300 people sitting around going, "Hallelujah, hallelujah." Okay, can I please go to bed? But that's how the idea of having an open stage with only very little scheduled programming and basically a microphone and everything that furries need to get creative, and it's been quite successful there. There's always something going on over there, so we made this, this random happening we turned into a fixed item on our list and said, okay, if people want to do that, obviously, why not? It doesn't cost that much. Let them have their fun.
Dari, have you ever
Yes, that.
received a request from the hotel to shut down a noisy room party in the security suite?
The best room party we ever had to shut down was the stuff.
When you're in room 816 and your radio rings and the hotel manager says, "We've had a report of a loud party in 816, can you shut it down?" Taken care of.
God, the clown car. No. Another good rule. Don't have more than, I think it's 22 people in one of the large rooms. I don't know how that came to be.
The official limit is lower.
We actually have another code word that is clown's car room. We busted a room party for being far too loud. The first time we knocked and asked guys, you have to keep it down, it's too loud. We came down and it turned up again. We came back and said, guys, this is not working out, you need to stop the party. Now go down to the campfire and party there. And we waited and counted. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After the 5th, the paramedics arrived. 6, 7, and so on and so on. In total, 32 people. 32! On 29 square meters.
Rainbow, not a suite.
It took them more than 10 minutes to move out of that room where we were standing there and my jaw was dropping further and further.
Yeah, they literally had to untangle first.
Well, 2 of them were sitting in the bathtub.
You mentioned, okay, all security worldwide has code words. You've got the clown car room. We have Donald Duck. You use the same one?
Yes.
You know what a radio call for Donald Duck is?
No pants.
Donald Duck is a man wearing no pants. And the radio call comes in. Donald Duck is in the lobby. Advancing toward the bar. I'm trying to think of what was... Oh, God. No names.
No, that's what the name is.
Midwest Fair Fest.
Tell the story of the pathway to Narnia.
Oh. It's week 4, I think the 4th, 5th, and 6th floor. They have rooms in the corners. Those rooms are cut really, really badly. The layout really nastily. And there is a part of the room that can't be used as room. So what they did is they put in a wall. The wall is used as a wardrobe. So you have a little sliding door, and behind there is like a little bit of a secret room. Do you want to know what we need to check every time we bust a room party this week? Do you want to know how many people we got out of there? And they were all Donald Duck.
I just asked Cheetah, age is catching up to us. We cannot remember the actual code word, but this comes from Alkali. By the way, I want to bring Alkali here next year, if it's okay with you. I think he'd like it here. We'll talk. At Midwest Fur Fest, Alkali was helping to run the concert where they served food. And now I am changing the words to protect the innocent and to cover the fact that I can't remember what the actual words were. But apparently, the people running the con suite were a little drunk. And they were trying to set up the dinner, and they couldn't find the cheese. There was no cheese in the refrigerator. So they were like, "We have a cheese thief! We must catch the cheese thief!" They got on the radio, "Someone has stolen the cheese!" Security came running, police came in, the place was shut down, SWAT team showed up. Nobody had told them that the cheese was the code word for the money box from registration. Oops. Ouch.
I get it. That was the oatmeal.
Oatmeal, thank you! Thank God you're here. That was the oatmeal, not the cheese. The oatmeal. Somebody stole the oatmeal!
Spilled the oatmeal.
And it was like, oh God. Yeah, when you handle large amounts of cash, you don't want to advertise that fact. For a while, at a certain convention I know, I had decided to call it the wampum room. Wampum, it's maybe not a nice word. On the old cowboy movies, where they had the stereotypical American Indians, and nobody else called it the wampum room. I'm old, so I called it the wampum room. Wampum was money to the stereotypical. I don't think any actual American Indian ever actually called it wampum. But you know how at a convention sometimes you're not really all the way present?
Oh yes.
Yeah, and you're just... I went down there, and I walked into the room, and not really present, I went into the first staff member and I said, "How's the wampum?" And it suddenly occurred to me that he was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. And in a total panic, I just said, "Hi, Chief." I don't think he ever came back. I feel so bad because he was good. I want to make a motion that considering that all the wine is gone and I gotta pee real bad, can I go?
That's how bum wine is done.
You guys wrap it up. I'll suffer.
You want to know how we call the cash box?
No, you shouldn't tell them.
You would make Davis already.
Because that too is a problem. In my lost and found, I found a radio. Oh my goodness, it is a radio tuned to Anthracon's licensed security channel. And none of my security guys reported losing a radio.
You know what we have against that? Encryption.
What?
We have encryption on that.
We do too. And this, put it this way, anybody can get into anything.
What was the funniest thing you ever had in the lost and found box?
You got here late, remember? The
Oh,
first
no,
suit?
we talked about that.
The fursuit. Did I tell you about that?
No.
They all heard about it. Give me a second, I'm going to tell them the story. We got an email from one of the hotels, hotel number 6, where it was a picture of a large leather satchel with a fursuit head poking out of it, and a note, "Somebody left a fursuit behind." And I said, "Oh goodness." So I sent a tweet out. On Twitter. I sent a tweet out on Twitter, and I said, yep, it might be too full.
You or the glass?
Wait. There it is. I sent a tweet out with the picture. Hey, does anybody know who owns this fursuit? I would like to know. Nothing. No response. Nothing. And I waited a week. And so I sent an email to the hotel saying, you might as well send it to me. I'll see if I can do some research. The box arrived. Inside was the satchel. And I opened it, and there was the fursuit head. And I pulled the fursuit head out. And inside was the body. I pulled the body out. And then there was the rest. The entire Bad Dragon catalog.
That's worth a lot of money. Did you put it on eBay?
I disposed of it.
Slightly used.
And yeah, I don't think there's enough bleach in the world. I'm still waiting for somebody to come forward. So remember that fursuit? And I said, yes, I want to talk to you. It put me in a rather awkward situation because the email that I sent back to the hotel when the box arrived was basically Canadian. All it said was, I'm sorry. She hasn't replied.
I think, yeah, it's always the sex toys that are funniest if they're left behind. And I think the funniest thing we ever found was like a 6-inch penis extension.
Whoa!
Extension?
Extension, yeah.
They call them variables these
Yeah.
days.
Why would anybody need something like that?
Well, I don't. You.
Oh, yeah. In German you say stille Wasser sind Tiere. No, you can't translate this.
How about you tell the story of you smuggling energy drinks? I made this man smuggle.
Dari pleaded with me to bring him a particular energy drink called Monster Nitrous. And I didn't want to because I said, look, I'm a chemist, I'm in pharmacy, I know what those things do to you. He was almost crying. He said, no, please, bring this to me. So I said, all right, he's a friend. For Dari, I'll do it. So I had to search quite a bit, but I finally found about 12 cans. And I put these into my yellow wine case. And we got to the airport, and for the first time since I traveled to Germany, there were some gentlemen there in very, very snazzy uniforms, and the scary part is they really haven't changed much. And they asked me, what's in the yellow case? And I thought, it's just energy drinks. And he said, what do you need them for? I said, look at me, I'm old. He said, okay, very good. So I brought them in, and Dari, he was so excited, so happy, he was like hugging them. And I said, are they really that hard to get over here? He said, oh, they're illegal. You could have told me that first. He has, however, kicked the habit. He's gotten over the addiction. It is a terrible thing. Do not allow yourself to become addicted to substances. It is self-destructive behavior, and I do not recommend it. Energy drinks, I mean. You don't need that much, Tori. I really do like to pee.
Then maybe we should let this come to an end.
Because we haven't had this for fucking almost 2.5 hours, dude.
Limousine, the pink limousine.
The pink limousine?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody saw those pictures.
Yeah.
The giant pink dildo wagon that showed up to pick me up. I get off the plane, and first off, here is a giant fursuit in a police canine uniform. And I thought, oh, that's cool, this is really great. And all the people are kind of gawking, and I went up, and I hugged him, and I said, das ist mein Hund. And we walked out with the Hund, and I'm looking at all the taxis. Okay, that one's just fine. Is that our taxi? Is that our taxi? Is that our taxi? Is that? Oh, please, not that one.
Oh, Lightfox had a lot of fun getting the permit from the airport to do that. Not the car, the first route.
The way, I don't know how these guys do it. They get permits to do shit at airports that will get you shot in my
We just asked, really, that was all there was to it.